120, 109.
Yeah, man. Once again, what could I say? Like I said, once I saw Halliburton holding his calf, I knew it was pretty much done because he was already like 0 for 4 at that point.
Yep.
I think he ended the game 0 for 7
0
with
for
4
6.
points, and that's
Yep.
all came from the free throw line.
Yep.
Uh, if he can't score and he can't get to the basket so he can distribute, yeah, Indiana in trouble. They are in trouble.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
don't know what grade of strain this is, but he better suck it up because without him, they are definitely done.
They are definitely done. Yeah. I
Hmm.
mean, this was already an uphill battle for them,
Yep,
even with him fully
yep,
healthy.
yep.
Um, they were getting some magical plays. In fact, they got some magical plays from TJ McConnell last night, right?
Hmm.
He had a stretch, which I don't understand why they just didn't keep him in the game. Halliburton was obviously not himself. TJ
Hmm.
McCollum had a stretch where he had impactful play after impactful play on like four,
Yeah,
5 straight possessions.
absolutely.
And I get it. He was exhausted. You had to get him out of the game, get him a rest. And then you
Hmm.
put Halliburton back in, and then you let him finish out the game. And it was just like, well, what kind of coaching move was that? I think that was one of um, Indiana's coaches' biggest mistake, in this series, going back to Halliburton, you know?
Yeah, like you said, TJ McConnell, he was productive. And for real, he's the pace guy.
Hmm.
He's the pace guy. He's the one that gets to get the ball, runs it up the court, and if he sees a shot to that lane, he instantly
He
takes it
takes it.
right to the basket.
Hmm.
Every time. So I think that's the style they really needed to use to beat OKC.
Yeah.
Um, you got to keep that going, and he is the guy that can keep that going. Even more than Halliburton, even though Halliburton is the distributor. TJ McConnell, of course, he ain't gonna get the assist. He ain't gonna
Right.
assist like Halliburton do. And he
But
damn sure ain't gonna hit the 3-pointer like Halliburton do.
right, he's not. He doesn't have the 3-point shot. He's not a good facilitator like Halliburton is. But Halliburton is just not effective. He wasn't effective in this game. It was
Mm,
just not his game. The injury is obviously affecting him. But TJ McCollum had everything going. He was making big steals. He had it going in the paint as far as the layups and as far as
yep,
his fadeaway shot. It's like Oklahoma City had nothing to stop him. And
nothing.
yeah, you can see he was exhausted because he is expending a lot of energy out there. Now I don't know,
Hmm.
maybe because of his age and they got a minutes restriction on him. I don't know what it is, but to me, his ass should have been out there, straight up. This is the
Yeah.
finals. He can retire after the season. You leave it out on the floor. Uh, so I would have kept him out there. I think that was a mistake by taking him out and not putting him back in, and you basically sold your soul.
You talking about who taking who out?
Taking T.J. McConnell.
Oh,
They
taking
took him
McConnell
out.
out. Okay, okay,
Yeah,
right,
they
right,
took
right.
him out.
Right. Yep, yep,
That's what
yep.
I thought they should have kept him in the game.
Yeah, man, because yeah, like you said, um Halliburton just wasn't effective, man. He wasn't
No.
effective. The numbers show it. I mean, you can
Yeah.
see it. I can see the instant I saw him clutch that little thing and they didn't take him off the board, I just instantly bet his unders. I bet all his
Mm,
unders. Because I
mm.
like he's not gonna be able to move. If he can't move, he ain't gonna be able to distribute the ball right. He ain't gonna be able to shoot the ball right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Um, yeah, it was just bad. You can see it.
Yeah, and it's like, the Pacers outside of uh Siakam, they really have no like real offense. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Siakam is their main one-on-one guy that can create his own shot. Halliburton it's kind of passing it around, getting the mismatch, taking this guy off the dribble type of deal, and that
Yep.
that wasn't effective. So it's hard for to me watching the game. It seems like the Pacers are purely running on emotions out there, and it's good emotions. It gets some wins, but man, it just seems like a struggle for me. That's why I've always said they do not belong on the same court with Oklahoma City because they're fighting with emotions, whereas Oklahoma City has the size, Oklahoma City has the MVP, the Oklahoma City has the best like sidekick player with Williams. So they it seems to me like they got everything going for them. Their defense is even better, but the Pacers just seem to have pure emotion. Yeah, whether it's TJ McConnell, whether it's I'm trying to think of the most athletic player on the Pacers team that gets a lot of
Siakam,
dunk.
Siakam.
No, not Siakam.
Oh, you
Siakam
talking
too.
about Toppin, Obi Toppin, Obi
Topping,
Toppin.
topping.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Obi
topping.
Toppin.
Just pure energy,
Hmm.
emotion. And
Right.
they're getting it from those players. But
Yeah,
when that's
when they've won, their bench has outplayed
Mhm.
OKC's bench.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Yep.
Exactly. And Toppin has been hitting threes. When he's hitting threes, the Pacers are winning. So yeah, it's just gonna be hard. And I think this series ends in Indiana. I don't think it's going seven. I think the Oklahoma City Thunder they'll close them out because I think they got them all figured out. They got Wiggins out there hitting threes. Dude can't miss. And when you got SGA breaking down your defense going into the lane because he's unstoppable in the paint. Once he breaks everything down, dishes it out to Wiggins or Williams for three, and Williams is just as good in the paint as SGA is. I think the Pacers are done. They have no answer for this.
If Halliburton is in that same state and he don't get better, I agree. But OKC is not the same team at home as they are on the road. They're just not. They haven't been all season. Quiet as
Mm-hmm.
kept. So when they go back to Indy, if he's back and they can keep that pace, they keep that same like momentum they had, like where TJ McConnell come off the bench, run pace, uh, till SGA tired of chasing him around. And then at the end of the game, it affects them because if you notice in them games they lost, SGA wasn't effective in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So if they could get that back where you got Halliburton out there distributing early, scoring, hitting a few threes, and then TJ McConnell coming off the bench, running the pace up, I think they could take the next game. I
You
really
think
do.
so?
I
I
think so. I mean,
I
because
think it's done.
they've already showed they can. They already showed they can do it. You know, one of the last one that OKC won. I mean, not before last night. They had to come back and win that game.
Yeah, in Indiana. Yeah,
Indiana, right. Indiana was winning that game. I mean,
right,
they were comfortably winning that game to the fourth quarter.
right.
You know, so if it depends on the health of Halliburton. If he's unhealthy, he cannot contribute. Yes,
Well,
Indy's in trouble because
well, they're done.
They're not heavy. They're not top
He's
heavy like OKC is.
right. They're not top heavy like OKC, but he he's having an MRI. He's
Yeah,
not going to be healthy for this next game. You know, the best thing that could happen is that he's able to play, but he's still going to be injured with this calf. This has been a leg injury he's had, I guess, through the playoffs, and now it's gotten worse. So even with a fully healthy Halliburton, it was a struggle for the Pacers. I'm rooting for the Pacers. I told you I picked the Pacers because it just seems like they're a team of destiny. The damn ball hit the back rim and bounced all the way up and went in against the Knicks. I mean, they got stuff like that happen. I was like, wait a minute.
yeah,
The basketball gods are obviously on their side. So
that sure seem like it.
yeah, they're right. So, that's the only reason I picked them. But the better team, oh no, that's the Thunder. The Thunder, that's the better team. And so I think the Thunder has finally figured them out, and they should win this third straight. I think Indiana's going to throw in the towel. This might be a blowout.
See, I think you're getting caught up in the same thing like everybody else is getting caught up
What's that?
with Indiana the whole playoffs. Indiana will go into their house, beat them twice, and then everybody will say, but Cleveland gonna come back and win. Yeah, they're gonna come back and beat them. Uh, I don't think that what Indiana's been doing because they've been doing it for the whole playoffs is kind of fluke because they've been doing it for the whole entire playoffs and they were in the conference championships last year,
No, 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 not saying
right?
that they're
So,
not a good
so
team.
they're talented.
Oh, very much so.
They're just talented in a different way. They
Right.
use more of their team. They go deeper on their bench, and it's not like I said, it's top heavy where if SGA ain't scoring, they not winning. The OKC not winning. They not winning if SGA ain't scoring and doing his thing.
I don't know about that.
I know about that. I know about
I
that.
think Jalen Williams can carry that team.
He's not the same. It's not even remotely the same. as
Mm.
SGA. It's
I
not as
think he
much as
gives you the. I give he gets you most of the same that you get with SGA.
I don't think so. No.
Mm.
Uh-uh. He's spotty. He could give you some, but he's also gonna give you some. He's been hot for the last four games, but he also give you a game where he had 14, 15 points.
Right, 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 right.
That's easy to come out.
Yeah, his
SGA, his
consistency level is
floor is
not there.
minimum 22.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
But the point is SGA is healthy and playing. The Pacers, which I believe Halliburton is not their best player. I think that's Siakam. Siakam is their best player.
overall, I think he's
Halliburton
their
is
best
their
player.
second best player. I
But
doubt
yeah, but
he,
he's that
he's
what
the
they call
emotional
him.
leader.
Yeah, he's the emotional leader of the team.
But
Sure.
the likelihood of him being healthy for this game, like 100% or 90%, is very low. He's gonna be somewhere like 70%. I don't even know if it's gonna be that high because
I
that
mean, I
injury is
would
pretty
I,
serious.
I would say that if he didn't come back and play, um, he probably should have not, like you said, should have not played so he can, you know, start
Use as
recovery
much
right
time,
away.
yeah. Start the
Get
recovery
as much
now.
time as he can off, right? But if it was that serious, he wouldn't have came back and played. He
But
would have came.
I think because it's the finals, he came back to play. If this was the regular
Mm,
season, he out 6 to 8 weeks.
mm,
he out 6 to 8. Come on, man. You know load management. He out 6 to 8 weeks is regular season.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna be his present plan for sure. They ain't gonna be
Yeah.
present plan. But
So
but but if he's injured, like you saying he won't be 60, 70%,
he
then
shouldn't play.
I don't think he would have came back.
You
I
don't
don't
think he
think
would have came back? Because
no,
he's having an
because
MRI. He's having an MRI today to see how bad the strain is.
yeah, yeah.
And
I mean that's what's gonna matter.
if it's career threatening, he's probably not going to play. So
Um, I mean, can you have a career threatening calf? I never heard of one.
I mean, if you get the MRI, you're checking to see if there's a tear.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do want to see
So
if it's there.
yeah, if there's a tear, yeah, that could potentially be career threatening. You playing out there with a tear in your calf. If it's just a strain, I mean, I guess they can shoot you up, they can tape it up,
Yeah,
and you can get out there and play. But how effective would he be with that type of an injury? You know,
yeah. When do they play again? Do they play again
tomorrow?
tomorrow?
No, I think they're.
Thursday.
Let's
Because they're
see.
going back to Indy, and usually they give that extra day when they go on.
Right. So
They
the next
switch it
game
home.
is on the 19th, so it's Friday.
Oh, Friday. Okay, so
Yes.
it's even
No,
more day.
I'm sorry. Thursday, 19th.
Yeah, yeah. 19th Thursday. Yeah, yeah. Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
tomorrow's the 18th.
Yeah. So they
Hmm.
get 2 days rest and they get Thursday in Indiana. Um, I don't know. I'm down on Indiana right now. Uh, I just I like I said I've always said it. I didn't think they matched up well against this team. I believe Oklahoma City is loaded, but something magical is happening in Indiana, and I hope you're right. I hope you're right that whatever magic they had in the previous playoff games shows itself in this when they get some lucky bounces or Neeson goes on a tear of hitting multiple threes like he did in a game in the Knicks. The Knicks would dominate this game, and this dude hits like 4 or 5 straight threes in a row, and it's like, how
Yeah.
does this happen? This only
Where did
happens
that
in
come
video
from?
games.
Like, I
For
don't think
some,
he ever, I can't remember last time he probably hit more than four 3-pointers in one game.
right?
In fact, I used to take his unders all the time for two, and it was only one and a half three. He
You're
only had
right.
to make two. He used to hit the under all the time.
Well, that game he became Steph Curry and
Yep.
could not miss. I had never seen that. I was like, oh my God, this dude cannot miss.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I mean that's the type of magical stuff. So hopefully you're right. Hopefully you're right. Like I said, I'm rooting for him. But I think I think the MVP is locked in, and he's going into this game to close them out. I think he's unstoppable now. I think he has figured out the defenders that the Pacers are throwing at him, and he's got an answer for everything that they do. And he's getting away with stuff. I mean,
Mhm.
he's putting the shoulder into him. He pushing off, but they're allowing a lot
Oh
of.
yeah. Oh, that last push off, that last game, he definitely got away with
Oh
a big
yeah,
push.
but
He definitely got away with a big push off. But I mean, I think he gets called. It even seems like he gets more calls when he's at home. as opposed to when he's in Indy.
That's true. That's true.
I think if you look at his free throws, he's taking a lot less free throws in Indy than he
Indy.
does in
But
OKC.
let's be honest. I mean, the way they're calling these games, they're allowing a lot.
They're
Like,
allowing a whole lot. So it's
right,
so many times I say that's not a foul. Like
right,
they
right.
got me all sensitive about it. Like that wasn't a foul. Dang.
I'm thinking I'm watching basketball from the '90s because I'm seeing a
Right,
lot of
right,
hand
right.
checking on him. I'm like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, isn't he using the palm of his hands and pushing him?
Yeah, but that's what LeBron was talking about. He's like, they let you do that in playoffs, not in the
They
regular
do.
season. It's a
Yeah,
different game. I mean,
yeah,
I don't agree with you. I don't agree with them. You gotta wait like 2 weeks or
yeah.
whatever
That's
to
stupid.
play.
Yeah,
You know
that,
what I'm saying? But yeah, he admittedly said it. He said that the game is different in the playoffs than it is in the regular season NBA. And the scores show you that. The scores show you that. I mean, the scoring comes way down.
way down. Yep, you're
You're not
right.
seeing these 250, 260, 270, 80
No, you're
point
right.
games like you do in the regular season.
Yeah, yeah.
You
But
know,
but
so
to me, I just have a problem with the fact that call a game consistently. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like I didn't.
it should be consistent. It should.
It should be consistently, but I've and I don't mean that in a way between postseason and regular season. I mean on certain players, you allow certain things. Like I feel like SGA is being fouled just about every time he takes it. He takes the ball one on one and he goes in the post. I see a lot of hands on him. I see a lot of pushing of him with the palm of the hand, which is clearly hand checking. But it
Hmm.
reminds me of when Shaq played, right?
Hmm.
Shaq, he was officiated differently. They allowed people to hang on Shaq and foul him. I think
Yeah.
to me that's what shortened his career. He was carrying dudes every time when he played under the basket. So it
Hmm.
just, I don't know. To me, call the game consistently. If that's a foul in any other game and that's a foul on the other side of the court, but damn it, that's a foul on this side of the court. Call it.
Right.
And it's going to be an ugly game if they call every foul that SGA, gets in the paint.
I mean, sometimes though they are a little babyish on him. I mean, I don't know if it's just OKC refs like him or what, but sometimes they're a little ticky tacky. Just sometimes.
But
I
but
mean, it's contact, but it'd be like so light contact. You're like, damn,
the
yo.
ones that they call, but the ones they don't call, he is really being fouled.
I mean, the playoffs, yes, because that's happening
Yes.
all. Now they are calling evenly throughout the playoffs, though. 'Cause, I mean, that's happening all over. I mean, this ain't the only game I saw that, and I'd be like, God damn, they ain't
Right.
calling no foul tonight. Jeez. I mean, it'll
Yeah.
be a sequence, go back and forth.
Right,
People
right,
on
right,
the
right.
ground, you know what I'm saying?
And
People
and
laying out on the ground.
right, right. And I don't mean that just to call the fouls on the Pacers defenders. He's
Right.
he's offensive fouling them too. He's
Yeah.
literally shoving
Yeah.
them away. He's
Yeah.
literally dropping his
Yeah.
shoulder down and pushing them away. I'm like,
Yep.
that's a
Yep.
charge.
I mean, extended hand. I was like, damn, his hand is extended, they call it. Jeez, they letting
Yeah,
him play.
they are letting them play. I like some of it, but at a
Some
certain
of it I
point, it's
like it,
like
some of it is ridiculous.
it's ridiculous. And I get it. I get why the Pacer defenders are doing it because he's just that efficient in
Yeah,
that paint area.
yeah.
Like,
I mean, he knows how to do that side euro,
right,
He goes to the side and he'll do it like he'll shoot it like this, or he'll go straight up. You know what I'm saying? But you got to beat him to the spot. And
right,
he
right,
gonna hit
right,
you with one or the other,
right.
and now he's
Or
doing it to the
he'll
left side
drive you to
too.
this spot. He'll drive you to this spot and then
Yeah,
lean back and lay it up this way.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he is so slick with it.
He just
And
knows how to just get it just above the rim, so it kind of bounces around. Sometimes go in, sometimes just straight switch in. Same way Brunson does it. It's just different because he's taller than Brunson, but
yep,
yeah,
yep. And his fadeaway shot is unstoppable.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So
I've yet to see somebody block it from the front. I see somebody come from behind him, but not from the front block it.
not from the front. You're right. You're right. And now they're starting to double team him, and that's leaving Wiggins and some of these other cats on the outside open, and they're hitting these open
Hmm.
threes. And that's why I say I feel like the Thunder has figured them out. I got to give respect to the coach because I feel like Rick Carlisle, like I think Rick Carlisle has done an amazing job, but he's only got so much he can work with. His only mistake was not playing TJ McConnell more. But
Mm.
other than that, he has pushed all the right buttons and basically has outcoached the Thunder's head coach. But the Thunder has more options. The Thunder
Yeah.
have more options. They got the MVP, but Rick Carlisle, I think he's run out of options here. He's pushed every button, and I think he's out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, especially if he's missing his main guy. But I mean, we'll see. I mean,
Yeah, we'll see.
he's done bringing up to this point. So
You're right.
uh,
You're right. I don't mean to throw dirt on the Pacers yet.
we'll see.
Yeah. I'm already burying them. They're done. I'm burying them.
I mean, it looks like it. It really does. But it looked like it after the first game too. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying? It looked like it. Like you say, okay, uh, when you saw, because wait a minute, they won game two, right? OKC won first game, and then they won the
no,
game two.
no. The Pacers won the first game, right?
Okay, yeah. Pacers won first game, and then
Right.
they came back and won. But after they won, after OKC won that second game, and they kind of blew them out. People was like, okay, yeah, I think that's the only game that the Pacers going to win is that game. They lucked up on that
Hmm.
game, but they came back to Indy, and Indy did the thing again. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. Right.
But we'll see. I mean, they got this one game to see because if they don't do it, this game is over. So,
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. So
you
we
know,
will see, man.
it'll be amazing if somehow Halliburton can have some kind of inspirational game.
Right. 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 A Willis
on,
Reed
on,
moment. If
on
you
one
show
leg.
out there with his
Who's
leg
that?
taped up. Willis
Isaiah
Reed.
Thomas with one foot. Remember he had the ankle. He was like limping around.
Who's
It
that?
was a classic joint. When he was limping around, he was like running down the court. He was like
Oh,
limping.
Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah
Isaiah
Thomas.
Thomas.
Yeah,
Yeah, Isaiah
yeah, yeah.
Thomas.
That,
Yeah.
that, that was the game he scored like 25 points in the fourth
Yeah.
quarter or
Uh-huh.
something ridiculous. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Did they? I think they lost that series. They lost that
I think
series
they
to the
lost that
Lakers, but
series.
yeah,
Yeah.
but that was like a closeout game, and
Yeah.
he did that in L.A. I
Hmm.
watched that game. I remember that game. He could not miss.
Yeah, man. And sitting there just limping all the way down.
Yup. And I'm thinking to myself, Magic, go at this dude, man. He got one leg out here, man. What are we doing? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dog.
well, I mean, maybe Halliburton can do something like that. We'll
Uh,
see.
I guess we're gonna see, man. It's gonna be rough. Because like I said, I didn't feel like once I saw him hurt in this game, but it could be just because it happened mid game. Once I saw it, I said, okay, yeah, they're not gonna be able to win because he's a distributor. He's
Right,
he's the one that's getting the ball to everybody and putting people in
right.
place.
You're
You
right.
know?
He gets that offense moving. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But you're right. If he's only 70%, they're not gonna
Okay.
win.
Yeah.
They
And once
gonna
I heard MRI, I was like, oh, okay, this is pretty serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He may play, but he's
Right.
not going to be himself out there. So,
Uh-uh.
uh,
Not at
all
all.
right. Well, we got to talk about this other thing. We got to talk about this other thing. Well, first of all, isn't it weird that we got the damn NBA season is not over with and we got trades happening right now? I mean, what the hell's going on? The Pacers made a trade. The Pacers made a trade with the Pelicans and they in the finals.
Yes, wait a minute. And one of the players is playing? Like who's traded?
No, they traded picks. They traded a
They
pick
traded-
with the they
Oh,
traded
pick,
their
a pick, a pick, a
23rd
pick.
pick.
Okay.
Yeah, they
Okay.
traded a
Yeah.
pick. I mean, that would have been weird to trade a player while he playing
Right.
in the finals.
That would be messed up. That really would be messed up.
And show up on the side like, hey man,
Right,
I
right.
know we've got a game going on, but you just been traded.
Hey, why don't you jump on that side of the bench? We just trade you to them. Yeah, go over there next game, okay? All right.
Right. Yeah, that'd be kind of weird. But no,
Yeah.
they traded a draft pick. But the Memphis Grizzlies traded Desmond Bain to the Orlando
Mhm.
Magic, and Orlando traded a bunch of players and picks for
I'm
Desmond
sorry, man.
Bain. Now, what am I missing here? Luca was traded for one player.
Man, I don't get this one. This one I don't get. Not that many picks. Look, Desmond Bain is an okay player. He's okay.
Yeah.
But when you start throwing first round picks out there and multiple first round picks, and not just two, but over three,
Yes.
come on
Four.
now. Come on
Four
now. We really
unprotected first
come on.
round picks.
Come on now.
What? For
Nah.
Desmond Bain? What? What am I
Nah,
missing?
nah, dog. You can't. You just can't.
I
You
mean,
first of all, you're not one player away.
right.
You're not just the one player away. Number two, Desmond Bain ain't the one that's gonna get you over the top anyway. He ain't gonna get
What?
you over the top.
Right. I mean, unless he's Brunson, like Brunson when Brunson went to the Knicks and the Knicks gave Brunson a whole lot of money and everybody was questioning like,
Right.
what do we do not know about Brunson and he turned out to be a superstar? Maybe Orlando knows something about Desmond Bain we don't know.
Yeah. I,
He's like, whatever. Nah.
uh, I look, I've been watching this guy for the last 4 seasons, and there's no Jai out there. They losing. I mean,
Right.
Jared Jackson stepped up on that team and showed that he could be a superstar. But I just didn't see that from Bane. I just
Right.
didn't. I mean, Jai's gone. Now you supposed to have a green light. And you wasn't averaging 23, 24 points a game.
Right.
You're barely averaging 20.
Right. Right.
So uh I don't know, man. I'm just not I just don't think that Bane is the guy that's going to get them over the top.
Hmm.
They don't feel like it.
Yeah, and I'm looking at his percentages from three because he was known more of as a 3-point shooter.
Yeah,
He was shooting like 44% from three in 21, 22, and it's gone down since. It went to 40, then went to 38, and is now at 39. So his 3-point shooting went down because in
yeah,
21, 22, he was known mostly as a 3-point shooter.
mm-hmm,
So
yeah,
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 it's gonna be
uh,
interesting.
yeah. And he's not consistent with that 3 point deal. It's not a consistent shot
Right.
at all. It's just
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Um, so more power to him. Maybe they're gonna find a way to work him in, but even his style of play just don't seem like it works in with what they do in Orlando.
Right. Right.
Which is a slower pace. They play some defense. Memphis, they'll just run the gun.
Right.
They'll be fast paced like
Like
Indiana.
Indiana. Yeah.
Yeah, especially first quarter.
Yeah. I hmm. I don't know, man. That was surprising. And I like Orlando. I like what they have. I like the squad that they got. The kids that they're leaning on. They're a young and up and coming team. I
Yeah,
just don't understand how Bane fits into this. I don't know what he brings to the team because they'll bring a lot of experience. He's only been in the league what 5 6 years.
yeah,
Yeah, so it's not like he's coming in a 10-year vet that's won a championship or something like that.
right,
Um,
right, exactly.
yeah,
Um, I don't know. We gonna see how they work him in there, but I just don't see where he adds that championship value.
right,
Where he just puts them over the top and say, okay, now we got a shot.
right.
You bring him in for all that, he's obviously starting.
Yeah. Oh, well, like I told you, man, maybe we're the idiots here. Orlando know what
Very
they're doing.
possible.
We don't know what we're talking about. Apparently, Desmond Bain is the next Jalen Brunson, and we just didn't see this coming. Yeah,
Look, very, very possible. Okay. Uh I'm not saying I'm a Desmond Bain watcher and been watching him all this time. But I just, from what I seen, I play fantasy sports. I play with Bane. He's people I pick up from time to time. Sometimes I'll avoid them. But now we're in the sports investments, and I bet his unders. I bet his unders way more than I bet his overs.
mm,
Way more.
mm.
You know, especially when Ja first went out, because when he first went out, they elevated all his points.
Right,
So I just bet right underneath him, was betting him, bang, 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 under threes, under points.
right.
I mean,
It's
he'll hit
definitely
it
Josh
sometimes,
James.
but most of the time, no.
Yeah, yeah.
And they was making his over and under for threes, 3.5. So
Mm.
he had to make four threes in order to beat that number. I was under that thing so fast
This
till they finally got smart, brought it down to 2.5.
right. That made sense. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, we shall see, man.
we gonna see.
All
We
right,
gonna
let's
see.
wrap this thing up. Thanks for joining us again. We do this thing every week. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Holla.